Hi, my name is Mark Whitlock, and I am training for the Boston Marathon. In 572 days, I will run in the Huntsville Marathon to try to qualify for Boston. It's what's called a double qualifier. I believe that between now and that date in December of 2022, I can lower my weight, my blood pressure, and my average mile split over 26.2 miles to qualify for the Boston Marathon. Now, there's a lot there. Not only do you have to qualify on time, but one has to qualify through the lottery as well. So just because someone has run the correct time doesn't mean you get in. Most of the time, it's several minutes faster as required. And according to the documentary about the Boston Marathon, it was celebrating the year after the Boston Marathon bombing. People make creative packages and videos and you name it as a way to influence the committee to let them in. Here's what I know. I think I have the drive and intensity to spend the next 572 days to do it. If I don't qualify for the 2023 marathon, I might qualify for the 2024 based on the same time I run in Huntsville. That's one of the benefits of a double qualifier. It allows you to pitch for your spot in the lottery for 2 years in a row. I also believe that if I qualify or get close, I could spend the next year, the 2024 year, trying to qualify as well. No matter what, I will run the 2025 Boston Marathon, if nothing else. I will raise money for an organization and run that marathon. I've had many stops and starts. In 2006, I realized that I had been setting the same goal to lose weight for a number of years. I'm a goal setter, and around Thanksgiving every year I look at my goals for the following year. And I look back at a number of goal sheets that I'd had for many years prior and realized that I'd done this. I'd made the same stinking goal, but this year was going to be different. So I joined Weight Watchers, and a friend of mine who was also excessively obese like me went and started playing basketball together at the Y. Now, we couldn't run up and down the court, but we could shoot around, and it was getting us more active. We both joined the Weight Watchers group at our company, and we're the only two men involved for that year. We both saw results, and then he took a job in California and moved away. Now, as much as I loved basketball, I loved running more, and so I started trying to jog a little bit. It was funny, I got my start at the Franklin Classic, which is a 5K and 10K in Franklin, Tennessee. It's one of the oldest road races in the area. And I woke up on that Labor Day morning early. Everybody else was sleeping in, thankful for a day off of school. And I didn't tell anybody where I was going. I just headed out the door and paid my registration at the site of the race and ran that 5K. I wanted to set a baseline. It was awful. Like the line in Top Gun, my ego is writing checks my body couldn't cash. I was thinking back onto my high school cross-country days when I ran a 17:58 in the state final my senior year. So in something like October or November of 1987. And I looked at my time, and it was more than 3 times that for that day. And so I started slowly chipping away, started reading things on the internet. I bought Hal Higdon's book and read it cover to cover and put together a training schedule and started going. Then I joined the team at my office that was going to run the 2007 Rock and Roll Nashville Marathon. I think they still called it the Music City Marathon back then, which is a much better name, but you know how branding works. And before we got to that marathon date, the company laid off 162 people, including me. So I was no longer able to be on that marathon team. But I went ahead and ran anyway and finished. I hit the wall, and my time is nothing to write home about, but I finished. And that was an accomplishment. And I kept going. I set a PR in the Huntsville Marathon that year. It was not what I wanted to do, but my mom had died that fall, and my training was off, but I wanted to finish the marathon. Oddly enough, we'd made plans to run the Huntsville Marathon already, some friends of mine and me, but my mom had been airlifted to the Huntsville hospital and died there about a month before the Huntsville Marathon. When I rode, when I ran past the hospital, it was an emotional moment for me. So I've run 4 marathons full. I've run several halves. Never have I been ready to go. There's always been something that's intruded, gotten in the way. Maybe I'm making excuses. Very well could be that I'm making excuses. Maybe not. But it's time to tackle the full distance again. I have had some injuries. In 2016 and 2017, I lost 80 plus pounds. And I got down to where I actually was within the great zone where I wasn't even considered overweight. I was considered in the healthy weight, let alone obese or excessively obese or whatever that top level is. And I'm back there now, and that disgusts me. All that hard work gone. I strained my calf a few weeks before I ran with the team for Ragnar, and if it hadn't been for strategic massage and KT tape, kinesthesiology tape, I never would have finished the Ragnar. But I did, and my time wasn't, for my combined time wasn't anywhere like what I wanted it to be. I began gaining weight after that because my eating wasn't trimmed the way my mileage was. And then in the before Christmas in 2019, I broke my patella, my right kneecap, and that really put me off. And I haven't made it back since. As I've tried to get started again here in 2021, I've had some other problems. I need to run injury-free, and I know there's tons of resources out there for helping people run injury-free, and I've taken advantage of many of them. But there are a lot of reasons for me to do this, and I'm sure I'll share those stories over the coming days of why I'm doing this. But I am committed to it. If you asked me if I believed that I would be able to qualify for Boston, I would have said yes in 2017. Now I'm not so sure. Now I'm worried that I'll give up and raise money for someone and go have the Boston experience, but it won't be a great race. But I'm I'm pretty talented at catastrophizing things, looking at the worst possible case scenario. And I'm choosing to believe that I can do this. There are other things in my life that are broken and need just as much work and dedication as this. This is a word picture. Every run, every stretching routine, every dose of Tylenol or Advil, every time I say no to Reese's peanut butter cup cheesecake is a symbol for the time I'm putting in on the other things that I have to accomplish. to fix the other things that are broken. So if you watch these videos, and personally I don't know if anyone ever will, I want you to know that each one of these videos is a symbol of the other work that's going on in my life. Why am I doing it publicly? I don't know. I feel the need. I don't have a training partner right now, or I don't have a group of friends training with me. The guys that I know who would be interested in doing this don't have the weight issues and the injury issues that I do. And they're also 10 to 20 years younger than me. Is it possible for me to find someone my age with my pace to run with? Sure, of course. But I haven't found that person yet, or that group of people yet. And even if I had a group of people, a lot of this is still a lonely journey. And so I run. I run for me, and I run as a reminder, a symbol of the other things in my life that need work. And I won't be able to finish this, like I won't be able to see the other things in my life come to fruition without the grace of God and without His strength. I'm reminded of the second letter that's in the Bible by the Apostle Paul to the Corinthian church, where he talks about the thorn in his flesh. Now he begged God to take it away. And God said, "My power is made perfect in your weakness." I want people to see Jesus when they see me, when they hear my story, when they look at my training log. I want people to see Jesus. I've always been fascinated by the moon. And for anybody who's known me since the 1980s, you're probably rolling your eyes by now. But the moon makes no light of its own. It only reflects the sun. I want to be a moon. So when people see me and they go, "Look at how many miles he's run," or "Look at how many pounds he's lost," I hope they'll see beyond that and know that the only reason they see any of that is because they see Jesus. They see the light of the Son of God. I'm doing this so you see the sun, and I'm doing this so that I'm not alone.